This is Paranormal Short Session 42 by Keith Evans. I just got, Lust, L-U-S-T. I didn't even hear that. Soon, S-O-O-N. Didn't hear that. I heard slur, S-L-U-R. Sometimes you just get a rash of words and I don't even hear them. So, anyway, this is Paranormal Short Session 42. I'm at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. And today I'm just doing the areas that don't have any tombstones to see if I can get any results. I got one name, D-A-N, Dan. And just like to ask Dan, were you buried back there by the big tree and where they cut the pine tree down? Or palm tree down? I hardly ever get yes or no's. Now this last three words, L-U-S-T, lust, and soon, S-O-O-N, and slur, S-L-U-R, I don't think I said anything that would be considered a slur. So I don't know what that's all about. And I don't see anything involving lust concerning me. Soon. Well, we'll see what happens soon. And today is Tuesday, the 27th of November, 2024. And this is an interesting little post here. I don't know why it's here, but you have this one type, like a barbed wire fence post that's up here. So I'm not sure why that's there. Now this is the corner here. Got the old cedar tree up here. So you go look at that. And there could be a body buried right underneath that cedar tree. Right there. This is the corner post. Outside is a little drainage area. Corner post is here. And this is like a little area. The four corners are meant for a park. They're using it for like gardening on that side, and I'm not sure if it's being used at all on that side or this side. Wish. Got a couple words. After slur, I got cube. C-U-B-E. And yes, it is a square shape. All four corners, it's like four cubes. So that seemed to be intelligently responding to what I'm looking at. And wish, W-I-S-H. Did you want me to make a wish? Well, for now, I'll just stick with the paranormal short session. Now, I actually wish to have a lot of intelligence responses from my questions when I do paranormal research with the Obelisk 5B and other pieces of equipment where I can get intelligent responses. That would be my wish. So we're going to continue on down along the fence line. See, this whole area is covered with people that were buried. I think during the time that, from the time Chestnut Street Cemetery was open in like 1830 to when they pretty much got full, I think most of the people did not have money for a tombstone. And only the very wealthy had, that luxury. So that's the reason why you see so many spots that are just not utilized, but there's people buried there. So the bottom line, if you want your history to be in a paranormal short session, you have to have enough money to have a tombstone. Otherwise, it's lost to time, which is sad. All right, you can see along here, these trees are growing on the fence line, which can put stress on the fence line. This one here is really close, but it's not harming anything yet. This one here's got some room there. All right. Are there any other ghosts and spirits that are buried in this area that's pretty much unmarked graves who would like to get in on the paranormal short session? We'd love to hear from you if you're available today. And again, ghosts and spirits, I put my paranormal promos for paranormal short session. I put those on YouTube and Instagram, and I put the longer, well, I've also put the promos and the longer paranormal short session on YouTube, so you can see that. If any of the promos run over a minute, they might be cut off on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you want to see the whole promo, if it does get cut off, you got to go to YouTube. And my YouTube channel is called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans, and it's free to subscribe. So it doesn't cost any money as long as you have a computer or a smartphone where you can get the internet. And if you don't have the internet, just go to the library. Go someplace that has internet connection. Then you'll be able to see it at least part of the day. You see, it's a pretty good, there in this area here, from about here over, which is almost to the angle of this fence, almost the size of this square, going forward to that spruce tree, the evergreen there. That corner doesn't have that many tombstones. There's a few along here, and then there's scattered ones in here. So, is there anyone else that would like to give me their name? My name is Keith Evans. Oh, this tree, this area here looks like it might have got struck by lightning. I don't know. But it doesn't appear it got struck by lightning up that way. So, anyway. Is there anyone that's buried here who doesn't have a tombstone wish that they did have a tombstone? Well, in the future, it'd be nice if they do know who's buried here. I don't know if they have any record or whatever, but if they could come up with some type of marking so people could see, some type of inexpensive marker, and maybe in the future there might be clubs or groups that would want to dedicate a tombstone and, put it in a historical, cemetery just to show who was there and state that it was, given by a certain group. That would be cool. That way, the person may have not got a tombstone when they died, but maybe close to 200 years later, they got one. I think it would be nice. I don't know if Chestnut Street Cemetery would allow that. That would be pretty cool. All right, that's a big tree there with some really large limbs. You got one over here with some really large horizontal limbs. Almost looks like a hurricane or something blew that one over. Dan, what type of work did you do when you lived in Apalachicola? That come in nice and clear. Thank you. You can see slur and SLUR and CUBE cube and wish WISH. That's brilliant. I love that. I usually don't see it that clear at all. Well, it looks like I've been going for about almost 10 minutes. Dan, what did you like most about Apalachicola? I like the restaurants and I like the Chestnut Street Cemetery. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and cut back down towards the fence. Dan, is there anything that you'd like to say or tell me Maybe I should move back to where Dan first communicated. He might be in that area, and since I'm doing a walking tour today of the area that does not have any tombstone markers, but has, many burials of people who, for whatever reason, could not afford a tombstone. Let's walk back over to where I first talked to Dan before we end and see if he will communicate some more. Sorry, Dan, I didn't mean to walk away from you. I guess that was kind of rude of me, but you don't think about stuff like that when you're out doing paranormal research. You kind of have a plan to show the area that is actually not occupied by individuals. There's a good chunk in here that doesn't have tombstones but is occupied by graves. A whole strip here along this hill, or slight incline, not counting this, and then over here, back all the way around till we get to here, and then in here, and we'll go, instead of going along the fence, I'll show you this area here that has very few tombstones till we get down to this unique border tombstone, which I think I covered that in Paranormal Short Session 41 or maybe 40. I think it was 40. Let's go back down near the big tree. If you see how big it is, where I first got the name Dan. To the right of the tree, there's a place where someone cut down a palm tree. And that's where I'm going to see if we get any more responses from Dan. Hey Dan, is there anything that you'd like to tell me before I end Paranormal Short Session 42? Well, I'd like to thank you, Dan, for giving me your name, and I meant no disrespect by walking away. I was just trying to show everyone the area of the Chestnut Street Cemetery that doesn't have tombstones, but actually has people buried there. So that was my intent with this Paranormal Short Session. So hopefully you're all right with that. All right, again, this is Paranormal Short Session 42 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. You can see a look of the Chestnut Street Cemetery here. And it is Tuesday, the 27th of November, 2024. Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. And I hope that, well, maybe it's the 26th. I might be wrong. It might be the 26th. And I'd like to thank everyone for purchasing my two books, The Hayes House Ghost or People 2, and my new book, Vampires Dead or Alive. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy those books. If you have any questions, always find me and give me a comment about it. And you can get my two books online at Amazon and other places online where good books are sold. And you can also get the ebook at Kindle. And of course, when it comes to my paranormal short sessions and the promos to my paranormal short sessions, they're always available for free if you subscribe to my YouTube channel called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. All right, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and have a good day and have a great Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.